Hi everyone and welcome to iClub, Inflammation Club. My name is Dr. Eric Bunge and some people call me an inflammologist. Why? Because I really like ways of curing inflammation. As someone that's looking forward to getting older and being healthy and active, I want to prevent the inflammation that's going to degenerate my joints, that's going to lead to me eventually getting cancer here and there. It's going to create fatigue, bad posture, all the aches and pains that we don't want to have as we get older, especially not having the energy to get up and walk. So getting ahead of it here early on and learning ways to deal with the inflammation or treat it or cure it or just eliminate it whatsoever, that's the science of inflammology. Now, there's many different sources of inflammation in our life, and there's many different ways that we can work to get rid of it. First of all, I do understand that inflammation is a natural cell cycle. It's how our cell knows that it wants to recover or repair or get circulation to an area, or protect it if there's pain mediators. So inflammation isn't something that we eliminate 100% because it's a certain part of our daily lives. Certainly if you exercise, you get a lot of oxidative stress in exercise. Think about a long distance runner, the oxidative stress. You've heard about long distance runners just dropping dead at 50 from heart attacks. That's the oxidative stress over the years, making those arteries very hard. How about Parkinson's patients? They have to do twice as much exercise in their daily life. That's a lot more oxidative stress for that body to deal with. And so we see a balance of needing all this energy and feeling better because you do work out, but at the same time getting the fatigue and the inflammation reactions. So inflammation does have a few sources in our life. One that's often overlooked is stress. We're constantly stressed. What's that mean? That means we have a lack of recovery. That means these toxins are building up. They're called inflammatory mediators, and they're building up in our cells and in our circulation. We just can't seem to get rid of them. That's how inflammation causes cancer. Inflammation builds up, and then when the cell tries to replicate and repair itself, that inflammation changes the genetic coding a little bit, and there's a fluke happens, and then that cell just doesn't seem to want to pass away. It just keeps growing. So inflammation does have is the cause of a lot of different problems that we see. But we need to be recovering and getting it out of there. Nutrition, think about fast food and deep fried fat, okay? Oxidized fat is the leading contributor to inflammation to our bodies. Many clubs who are fitness clubs, the first thing they do is say no more added oxidized oil to our diets, no more cooked foods with deep fried or anything like that. So nutrition can be oxidized. And then there's oxidative stress. I mentioned how exercise, medications, a lot of medications create a lot of strain on the bodies. They have to be detoxed. That takes the energy away from its normal cell life that it has to use to deal with the medication's effects. Lack of exercise, not moving. We need to keep moving. That pumps the fluids around, gets things out when it needs to be out. And of course, chronic pain. Just dealing with this chronic pain is a cycle that just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And next thing you know, we have fibromyalgia or something like that where everything hurts. Well, so now that we're all concerned about inflammation, and that's the job of an inflammologist to make you aware, and now let's talk about solutions, okay? Cures. Well, first of all is we can learn to medicate, okay? And that's very common. Aches and pains, take some ibuprofen, aspirin a day, or the heavier drugs. You know, if you watch any television for a while, you'll see ads, stop the inflammation with this medication and this and this and that. Is there side effects? Well, we don't really want to think about that as long as we don't feel pain. As long as we're moving and getting our work done, that's the primary goal of medications. But for us in the long term, we want to eliminate the need for medication. So we want to start talking about moving. Okay, remember, healthy exercise. Here, when we develop an exercise prescription for you, it's based on knowing what's inflamed in your body and how to deflame that and untwist it so it's not compressed. So moving well is a great solution. Walking just gets all the fluids moving up through your body, gets circulation going, gets a stagnation that's happening in the cells out of there. Nutrition, of course, you know, we talked about all sorts of supplements. Absolutely, we know from research with Parkinson's, vitamin D, having your B12 vitamins, and then a good multivitamin, well-rounded nutritional approach is very important. Lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. Why? Because first of all, they're not oxidized. Second of all, they have lots of the natural components in them, the nutrients in them that our cells are going to use to repair and recover and get rid of that inflammation. And plus there's some antioxidant foods that just take that oxidized fat and zap it and neutralize it. Fitness, yes, you want to stay active during the course of your life. I know many of us work all day, maybe even 6 days a week, but we still need to take time, 10 minutes twice a day, to do some good posture exercises, some core strengthening, some circulation improvement. You might even want to work on your flexibility. And last but not least, cures are light. The first medical therapy actually was called solar therapy and was developed by the Egyptians. And how did that possibly help sick people? Well, we know the spectrum of light. There's some wavelengths from the red to, it's called near infrared. So it's not infrared, which is heat, and think about microwaves and cooking. It's nothing like that. It's below that threshold. So between 600 and 1,000 nanometers, that's from a red to right where you can't see it. That's where the body's chemistry really likes the wavelengths of light to be in. When we radiate heat, it's in right beyond the near infrared range. The solar energy, when it gets absorbed, the red light is what gets absorbed, and that's how we make vitamin D. But we also know now from the research with red light therapy through dentistry that it builds stronger bones. That through nerve repair, that light, those nerves respond to those frequencies of light and actually repair faster. So weight loss, we know that the red light helps fat cells to heal and start releasing their energy through the portals. So red light therapy, the first cure that we had, solar therapy, all the way back to the Egyptian days, still holds true, and now we're finding out how to perfect it. Which brings me to the second part of inflammology, which is how we're going to be able to do it here in Bluffton with the world's best light therapy equipment. Hands down, what makes this the best light therapy equipment? We don't just have 600s and 800 nanometer light wavelengths. We combine the higher frequency 900s. And that's the deep tissue stuff. And what that enables, what happens is the red light's going to be more absorbed in the superficial, think skin and fat and stuff like that. The 800 is going to be able to reach deeper, think it's going to get into the muscles. But the white stuff like ligaments and tendons, they reflect light. So you need these higher frequencies to get the response, and like the ligaments and the tendons, which are very difficult to help repair from injuries. So iClub was developed as a package where you have a whole body light bed treatment, and then we have the deep tissue pain laser therapy. By the way, pain laser feels great. There's no burning or hurting. It's just pure energy right into every single cell. It gets the energy directly into the cell. That cell now has the ability to detox itself, repair itself, and more importantly, when it does repair itself, because all that inflammation is out of there, it's going to repair more healthy. And that's going to lead to a longer, more vibrant, active lifestyle. So we want to make sure that our red light therapy, when we do, if we choose it, not only is it of these great frequencies and a combination of them, but it's also strong enough, and it has to be focused. You know, just a red light bulb over here glowing away, imagine this is a red light bulb. That's not a 635. Maybe there's a couple in there, but it's also scattered. You need a focus of those wavelengths. Imagine what a 900 pain laser can do. It can reach all the way down to these discs, get all those little muscles that are hiding under there, deep in your neck and your shoulder, find that sciatic nerve and repair it deep in your glutes. So combining those strong enough in a package is how I, as an inflammologist, feel that we can best serve our public here in Bluffton and Savannah and Hilton Head. It's great for golf games, it's great for athletes, it's great for people in chronic pain, it's great for many chronic pain conditions. And as far as chiropractic, it's a great adjunct to help us loosen up, get the bones back into place and moving well, and then it helps the muscles strengthen and keep the good, new, healthy posture. So please feel free to contact us with your questions. We do have a great initial consult. A checkup takes about 20 minutes. It tells you so much stuff, and especially about sources of inflammation and some good new techniques that you can help fight it and make your day better. We wish you a healthy, happy lifestyle. Thank you, and take care.